Got some breakfast cooking up here on Good Morning Idaho. Some Easter breakfast with Thrifty Thursday and Jessica Hacker. Thanks for joining us this morning. A little holiday theme once again.
That's right.
You've been telling us at your family, you do the boiled egg thing, right?
We do. Yep, we do the boiled eggs. I don't hide them outside. I hide them in the house.
Okay,
the Easter bunny.
this is the debate going on this morning. I guess maybe I never knew I would stand alone on this, that hid the boiled eggs outside. Anyway, you have all the dyed eggs, and of course they're left over after that.
Yeah, and you have so many of them. I know. I mean, my
dozens.
kids. Yeah, you do dozens of them. So of course you're going to do the hard-boiled eggs and maybe some sandwiches. But this one's really fun. This has been a tradition. Actually, my husband taught me, and we've done it. If I don't make this, my kids would just have a fit.
Okay.
But it's called creamed eggs, and it's a breakfast dish.
And based on the ingredients I've seen, it's kind of a variation of some sort of, there's lots of breakfast casseroles out there, and it's kind of a variation on some of them. Different way to do it. Because we've got sausage cooking up right now.
I like to add sausage to mine. I love to add extra little flavor. What you want to do is go ahead. I've got a pound of sausage that I've cooked up.
Okay.
You don't want to drain the grease out of it.
Okay.
But this is the trick to make the most amazing creamy gravy. It's not lumpy with your flour.
Is to leave the grease.
Leave the grease.
Interesting.
And this is where you add it. You don't add your milk first. You add your flour now. And the flour is going to absorb all the grease.
Okay.
And so it pretty much just turns in,
So you're just making all the gravy with all the sausage, not trying to separate the meat and then the sausage later or anything.
Nope. And by doing this, see how it sucks up all of the grease?
Yeah, and the sausage looks dry, so to speak, now.
And I have about half a cup of flour in here. You might need less or more depending on how greasy it is.
Okay.
But do this. And now this is where you want to go ahead and add the milk.
Go ahead and add the milk then.
Yep. And by doing this, it doesn't get lumpy because the flour has already been absorbed by something.
Nice. And nobody likes lumpy gravy, let's be real. Now, I can tell this is at least 2%, right?
Yep, it is.
I'm assuming the higher fat content, the better cream you're going to get in there.
Yep, it is. It's 2%. And so this way, and then you go ahead and add the eggs. There is a dozen hard-boiled eggs.
Which is nice because you're using 12 of them.
Yes.
You don't have to worry about having, 97 more sandwiches. Oh, I'm splashing some milk everywhere. Why don't you scoop them in there softly? And these are already chopped ahead of time, by the way, as you can see, everybody. Yep,
just go ahead and put those in there. And, of course, they're colored. They'll be just fine.
Yeah.
And then I like to add pepper and salt, to taste.
Okay.
Of course, you can add more or less.
And this is something, I compared it to one of those casseroles. It's not a casserole. It is going to stay in the gravy format, right?
Yep, it is. And you just want to put it up on medium-high heat and get it to boil. And by doing this, then the flour and the milk, it'll thicken it right up for you. And, of course, the yolks from the eggs will help thicken it as well. But let it sit like this for probably about 15 minutes or so. Once it gets to a rapid boil, and then just let it sit.
Make sure you don't let that milk burn on the bottom either. Just stir it occasionally. And then when you're done with it, you like to serve it up on top of something too?
Yeah, put it on some toast or biscuits or hash browns is our favorite.
My gosh, that sounds good. And I've never had one of these with the boiled eggs. It's usually the scrambled eggs.
Yep.
So the boiled eggs sound really delicious.
Yep, this is always Easter morning. It's perfect after you've hunted for your eggs.
Yeah, so cream eggs using those leftover Easter eggs. What a way to do it. You can use 12 of them at once. And we're going to have some Easter fun as well when Thrifty Thursday continues in the next block. Some things for the kids and those gosh awful peeps. You got to find out what to do with them, right? All right, peep shows coming up next. Finish up the last one we made, those creamed eggs to serve over your biscuits, Jessica. And this one's one of the cheapest ones we've done, I think. The total cost for your family, right?
Yeah, it's really cheap. Just a little over $6 to make.
And this is the finished product, by the way. You can see how nicely it creamed up. So serve that over some toast or biscuits or whatever. Moving on to the dessert-like stuff with the kiddos, right? It's Easter time, peeps.
It's a peep show.
And I think that peeps are kind of like the fruitcake of Easter because nobody wants them and then they probably get regifted, right?
Yeah, they're
so
super cute.
You might as well have fun with them, right?
Exactly. That's what we did. So they're super cute, but they're so sugary. And of course, I'm not helping, but I just think they're kind of fun to make them. If you're not going to eat them, we're putting some extra sprinkles on them, stuff, making them really cute.
That'll help you, digest them better, right? Adding
but they're
more
really pretty to make like a little Easter display, maybe for your, your brunch or dinner or anything. What I've done though is just melted some chocolate.
Okay.
If you don't have a double boiler or you don't want, you can use the microwave, but just take a pan and a bowl that's safe to be in the microwave. I've got some water in the saucepan and it's boiling it, and I've pretty much made my own double boiler. It's just going to melt the chocolate really slowly.
And then you just dipped a peep in there at the bottom, and then kind of added some sprinkle decor, however you want to do it that way.
Go ahead.
So simple enough just to dip that in there.
Just dip it in there.
Just like that, and then I'm going to let it set while we add some sprinkles. And there's some other ideas. Of course, mine's never going to be as pretty as yours, but some of the other ideas.
Another fun one to do, of course, is make a s'more. So more than likely, if you got peeps and you probably have some little chocolate bunnies, this is a great way.
Because you're going to get those in the basket as well.
To use the chocolate bunnies. So I've just,
graham cracker, like you need.
Graham cracker,
your
put
chocolate
half of a bunny.
Okay, and that's perfectly Easter themed as well.
Oh yes. And so then once it's done, You know,
a little
it'll
blown up a
melt.
little bit.
Yeah, they do. They puff.
Because
and
marshmallows explode.
Voila, you've got a Peeps more.
Or, of course, marshmallows, a common place for them also is some hot chocolate, right?
That's right.
So, really, I mean, it's stuff that's just simple uses of them. And you're not
It
doing
is.
anything fancy, but hey,
Now-
you could have a Peep
Yep.
in your hot chocolate
Hot chocolate, yep.
that you're doing as well.
Go ahead and
See if this
Float
guy
your
starts melting. Yeah,
marshmallow.
duckies
And
swimming
voila,
there in
yeah.
the chocolate. Some great ideas
Perfect
for the
use.
stuff that you have. And so, like we said, we've got the recipe for the creamed eggs, all those leftover eggs. This will use up
Yep.
a dozen of your leftover
yep.
eggs.
And even more if you're making a bigger batch.
Wow.
So.
We'll have that on our website, idahoonyourside.com. Head to livingonacoupon.com, too, and you can see all of Jessica's ideas along with those recipes. Have fun with your kids as well with the Peeps. And I think maybe at the end of the show, if we have time, we might have one more final piece of Peep fun that I had never heard of. So
It's the ultimate.
yeah,
It's
so
the best.
we'll have a lot of fun with that one. Thanks, Jessica. I was really excited about this because there's a Peep fight going on here.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, we're finishing up Thrifty Thursday. Do you see those Peeps with toothpicks stuck in them? Jessica Hacker just started up the microwave. And of
Round
course,
and round they go.
what do marshmallows do when you microwave them?
Expand.
Yeah, expand and expand.
Wrestle.
So basically, you pick a color and you see which Peep is going to stab the other one first. Their accuracy is not that great right now because, come on guys, take some aim there. But whoever's toothpick pops the other Peep first wins. Fun game to play with.
Oh,
your
they
kids.
pop.
Yeah, well, if you puncture them with the other toothpick.
Then
think
I
they
say
just won.
yellow's going to win because purple is definitely bigger than yellow at this point.
Take another look at what you can do with those Peeps because I hope I don't offend you when I say that I don't really like them. There's the result of the Peep fight, by the way. I think they kind of lost their steam, if
Are
you
they
will.
hard and crusty now?
Oh, probably. They were cooking for a good 30 seconds. I bet they are. But yeah, they
tied.
they tied our producers telling us.